Well, here you are. Thoughts from the office. Redneck's Pride outdoors. Today I'm just full of thoughts, and today it seems to be fishing video day, and I've got to do the video as I'm thinking about it because me with my ADD, I plumb forget about what I was thinking about and forget to do it. Oh well. Anyway. I'm thinking about, I've said to you before that I get my ideas about these videos from real life, from people asking questions and conversations and whatever, real life scenario that situations occur and questions are asked or things are not known or mindsets or whatever. So this is one of those days, and we're talking about striped bass fishing mainly right this second. But it actually equates to trout fishing, cat fishing, and I'm not for certain how I can convey what I know into words to say it properly. That's what I might struggle with. So this video might not even get posted. I might be doing this video and get rid of it like I do on occasions with a lot of them. Talking to a guy, and I sent it at a certain spot. And I eat lunch and just kill a little bit of time, just watching people fish for the stripers. And at this one spot that I'll go, I'll see this one old boy where his friends are fishing this one spot, and they catch fish. And then I look at another spot that seems to be whoever's in that spot, they catch fish. But all the other spots in this 100 yard length of beach that I can see, it's hit and miss. And all of them are fishing the same bait, every one of them. Bloodworms in a bag. And it works. Catches fish. And as I was talking to a couple guys there, they made note of what I had made note of, and that those two spots, whoever's in those two spots, always catch fish. And all the other spots are hit and miss. Now, the answer to that statement is actually quite simple. It's everybody knows it, if you think about it. Why is those two spots always catching fish when the other places, all within 100, 150 yards of each other, is hit and miss? The answer's simple. There's a spot that the fish are always going to be in. Duh, right? I know. What are you getting at, Jonesy? If you're in those two spots, there are going to be more fish there. Which means what? Your bait is going to be presented to more fish. I mean, it's just common sense there. But being fishermen like we are, and you don't want to cause waves and all that, whoever's in that spot there and that spot over there first, then they're there. Now you can be a jerk and try to move in on them, just cause a bigger hassle. Or you can fish the so-so spots and hope you catch a fish watching these two spots catch the fish. Perplexing, right? But then I said to a few of the guys, well, when you can't get in that spot and you can't get in that spot, what do you do different? Crickets. Or, no, I don't do anything different. You see, the fishermen, they just flat sometimes don't understand that the reason those two spots are catching a fish is not the bait. It's the fish are there, more fish are there for whatever, whether it's a hole or structure or, excuse me, whatever the reason, the fish like that spot, more fish are going to be there. And when you present your bait to more fish, there's going to be more 80% fish. 80-20 concept. It goes the same, whether it's fishing, hunting, trapping, fish, whatever. 80-20 concept. 80% of the fish, 80% of the animals are easier to catch or hunt than 20%. It's the 80-20 concept. It's there. So when you're in that spot and there's more fish in that spot, there's more of a chance of catching a fish with that bait. But when you're not in that spot, now how do you get the attention of the fish that are just cruising up and down? Because there's nothing to hold them there. And essentially that's what it is. I believe there's two holes, two structures that the fish set on, and in between these two spots, the fish are just cruising up and down, depending on your time. Now, how do you get their attention? You've either got to increase the bait scent coming off. In other words, guys are using bloodworms in a bag. So what you've got to do is hope that a fish just happens by your bag before he gets to either one of those within however many feet, however the current is going. And I did a video on this last week on scent in water. If scent in the water is the same as scent in the air, it's going to follow a cone. It's going to follow the water current. It's going to start at a point from your bait, and then it's going to work its way out to a bigger cone the further out it gets. The problem is the further out it gets in the water, I believe it weakens faster than, say, an airborne scent, because of all the impure particle problems, smells, whatever. I believe that your scent is going to dissipate or neutralize faster than an airborne scent. So when you're fishing these mediocre spots, what do you got to do? Either find a different bait that has more odor to it to reach out further, or try combinations of different odorous baits in the same portion to reach out further and get their attention. It's actually pretty simple. The problem with us, myself included, when you see everybody else doing something being successful, you want to do the same thing because you think that's the only thing that's successful. Now, I'm a scent manufacturer. Y'all know that. And I tell people constantly, grab yourself a little sponge, put a little scent in that sponge, put that little sponge in your bag of whatever, and you just now made your bait not only different, but you've also added increased attractability and power. Meaning a fish scent that's concentrated is going to have more odor coming off of it than your bloodworm. And it's going to be a different odor. Now, and I'm going to let you in a little secret. My striper fishing scent just may have some bloodworm in it. It might. It might have some real bloodworm in it. It could. Yep. Think out of the box, guys. Now, it's you obviously, if you don't know the stretch of ground that you're water you're trapping or fishing on, then first time there, you're not going to know this. But if you fish there 2 or 3 times, you see 2 spots catching fish, and you're not in those spots, then something's got to be done. You got to do something to put things into your advantage. Got to do something. I'm a firm believer in fishing scent. That's why I start making it. A lot of you are firm believers in nothing works unless you think about it and thought it up. And if you don't think about it and you don't thought it up, it don't work. That's simple. Does the word hard-headed mean anything? My grandfather used to tell me, trying something new can be smart, but never trying anything new can be dumb. I'll leave it there. Thoughts from the office. Redneck's Pride Outdoors. I'll catch you next time.